hello. A moment for the main attraction. I agree. My dog is currently choking on water, I guess, in the river. So if you see a miscellaneous dog in the background, that is my dog. You'll have seen him in a few videos being loud and annoying, and I can guarantee he will be loud and annoying in this video as well. I'm also quite disappointed because you can't see my awesome beautiful skirt, but this setup is probably the best setup I can get, even if you can't see my beautiful skirt, so I'm gonna have to get up and show you. Hold on. This is her. I bought her yesterday at a market fair thing. Yeah, so she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she is the moment. She's very spring, and this is Spring Diaries, so I thought it was very appropriate to wear. Now let's get back up. I believe in myself. Okay. That is, like I said, he's very annoying. Yeah, so he wants his rock, and it's not my problem that he picked a rock that's too big. So this is going to be a little mix of Spring Diaries, which I don't 100% know what that means, and a little bit of an introduction to myself, because I realized I have been posting on this account. I've made like 20 videos and not actually introduced myself very well, so I thought we could do a little mix of those, whilst also sitting at the Bad Bitches meeting at the Babbling Brook. I love that idea, actually, having a little Bad Bitches meeting at a Babbling Brook. And we could all be little bad bitches together. So cute. Let's do a little introduction for myself, and then I'll do a little, I don't know, some things about spring that I have been enjoying. And then also what I'm looking forward to in the summer, because I am very looking forward to the summer, because I'm going home and I live in the South Island at the moment. I'm driving up to the North Island, and it's going to be sunny and it's going to be warm. And I'll get into why I'm excited for that in a moment. But I'm very excited for that, and I want to go blueberry picking. And I'm just, oh my god, I'm not going to move my camera to show you, but Paddy's got a rock that's about as big as his head. So I don't quite know how he's got that in his mouth or how he expects to continue, because he's struggling at the moment. Anyway, yeah, so my name is Yolanda. I am currently living in the South Island of New Zealand in the wild west coast. It's called that because no one fucking lives here. It's lovely. No one lives here. I've lived here since about February. I currently work at a school. I lived in the North Island of New Zealand for 17 years prior to this, and then before that I was born in England and lived there 5 years. So that's where I'm living right now. I'm 23 years of age, turning 24 next year. I've had a Bookstagram since I was about 13, although I had a Bookstagram, reached 1,000 followers, and then really grew disinterested in it because I had been essentially farming it for likes and for followers, because I thought that I was really growing disinterested in the whole medium, and I thought that getting 1,000 followers would actually finally get me back into it. And I hit 1,000 followers and realized no, it did not. So I ended up, after honestly only a couple more weeks of that account, deactivating the account and basically never going on it again. And then so that was maybe 4 years, so probably like, maybe not even 4, maybe I was like 15, 16. And then when I got to university, I realized I actually really miss Bookstagram. I really miss it. It was like this really amazing way of unleashing my creativity and everything, and I loved it. So on my 19th birthday, I decided, oh my god, he managed to get it. It's huge. It's like, I don't even know, yeah, like this big. I decided to relaunch a Bookstagram. I'm gonna get rid of this bug. I decided to relaunch my Bookstagram. I don't even know what it was called originally, but currently it's called The Forest Reader. And this account is called The Forest Reader Yolanda. By the way, I changed it if you didn't notice. Yeah. And I also just hit 1K on Bookstagram after 4 years. And it's a completely different story from what it was. I completely and utterly enjoy Bookstagram. I enjoy it more than honestly anything else. I love to take photos. I love to create. And when I was in Mexico last year, I thought, I have been wanting to make videos for years, like literally years. I've wanted to create longer form, different forms of content for a really long time. And so I decided whilst I was in Mexico, and I didn't have a job. I was waiting for my parents to come. And I just went, why the hell not? You've wanted to do this for so long. You're never going to have so much free time. You're never going to have like the energy. You're never going to be this young again. Why not do it? And I just decided that was the best decision for me at that moment. I wanted to create. I had the time. I had the energy. Like, it was the best thing for me. And so I did. I literally started just filming videos and making bookish videos, and I wanted to do that, and I did, and I had a lovely time. And then I came back to New Zealand and got a full-time job, and I was exhausted. So I think I've posted 1, maybe 2 videos since I got back to New Zealand, and I just went, stuff it. I love creating. I'm going to get back into it. I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to make the actual conscious effort to actually start creating long-form content again. And so I did. And now I'm here. And I thought that this was probably the place and the time to actually do a little introduction on who I am and what this account is. This account is probably going to be primarily bookish. I'm going to create content surrounding books, but as you can see, I'm also very much into nature. My entire Bookstagram is nature themed. So I think that this will also be a bit of going on walks, on a hike. I'm sitting by a river, that kind of thing. And that would be my goal for this account. That's the kind of stuff that I would like to create. So welcome if that's the kind of stuff that you're also interested in. Because that's the stuff I'm interested in. That's the stuff I'm interested in creating. I have just thought about the idea of creating this as like a monthly meeting, the little Bad Bitches meeting at the Babbling Brook. I love that idea. I don't know if it'll ever, if like I'll do another video like this, or if like it will become like a monthly whatever, however long thing. But I like the idea. So I can say maybe it might become a thing. Who knows? So this is, if you all have already seen Patty, I'll put a picture up here. This is my dog. And then this is my cat. I will say that whilst this is a spring diaries video, I am a little upset with spring this year. I will say it has been very rainy and very cold. Like this week, maybe this past like 7 days has been the first time that it's actually been sunny. I'm actually sunburned. And whilst that's not a good thing, I'm glad that it can actually happen because the UV's been like 2 the entire spring. Like, I kid you not, it's not actually been warm the entire season of spring. It has been rainy and cold and wet, and it's been horrible. So I'm super duper excited for it nearly to be summer and for that era of nature to be over, because it is miserable. I hate the rain. I hate being cold and I hate being wet. So when I go back up to the North Island, hopefully it'll be a lovely New Zealand summer. Although I will say I enjoy the idea of spring. Like I showed you my skirt. I've got cute little pink nails on. I attempted to wear like cute perfume for the spring, but it didn't so much work when it is quite literally constantly raining. Like I would say, no, I can't give an estimate, but I was going to say about 10 hours a day. 6, 7, 8 hours a day. It's raining. I finished 3 books the other day, as in yesterday. I finished 3 in one day. I don't think I've ever been more impressed with myself in my entire life. I put it on my story and I will put it on my posts, but I finished The Windsor Knot, which is a story about the Queen solving murders, but she actually doesn't really solve any murder. Like she actually doesn't do, like it's really weird. Like it's the Queen investigates and she actually doesn't do any investigating. It's weird. I thought it would be a bit more like almost fantastical because she's the Queen and that she was actually going to go and solve these murders. She didn't do any of it. It was very weird. Then I finished Atomic Habits. I've actually been reading this for super long because I've been taking my time reading it, which I'm not usually the kind of person to do that. But I wanted to absorb everything that the guy, James Clear, had to say. So I was taking my time And I was like, oh, I have ages left to read, like so many pages. And then I got about 3 pages in and realized the rest of it was the end of like a university paper, and it's got all like the links and the quotes and where they all came from. That was like 50 pages at the end. So I actually had like only 3 or 4 pages to read, and then I was done. So I didn't even mean to finish that one yesterday, but I did in the end. So that was quite fun and interesting. And I'm actually listening to it on audiobook now, because I really think it's going to be a really good book for me, so I want to absorb it again. And then the 3rd book I finished was an audiobook by the name of Dead Girl Gone. This was a book based in New Zealand, in Hastings. And it was really funny because they mentioned this author called Catherine Chidgey, or Chidgey. And I was like, I know that name. That's really weird, but because I'm on Bookstagram, I'm on Book Talk, I'm on whatever, I know authors' names. Like maybe I just don't remember. And then they mentioned her again, and I'm like, I know where I know that name. She was one of my university professors at uni. Like, she took one of my papers. So that was really funny, like a really sweet thing to do. It was a really I rated it a 3 out of 5, but it was a good 3 out of 5. Like, it was enjoyable. The plot twists were fun. I will be reading the next one. Like, I think it was a really good, fun, easy, but still enjoyable book. Whereas the Queen Investigates one, The Winds Are Not, was easy in a not so enjoyable way. But 3 books in one day, like, I was so impressed with myself, which means I'm only 2 books behind my reading goal, which means I actually kind of believe that I'm going to get there. I kind of believe that. My goal was 52 for the year, and I'm at, I don't know, 44, 45, something like that. And I actually think I'm going to get there. I am listening to audiobooks. I'm reading physical books. Last year I had to speed read a couple children's books. I don't want to do that. I want to actually read some books. So for next year, I'm going to keep it at 52, and I'm going to attempt to read a book a week, because 52, obviously, that's 52 weeks in a year. So I'd like to like start one on Monday, finish it on Sunday, start another one on Monday, finish it on Sunday. I think that would be really cool. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think it would be a cool concept to try. It could even be a cool video to try, but I'm not going to spend a whole year making a video. I'm really sorry. I will say my spring has been nice. Despite the rain, I've had time to relax. The lambs are all out. There's been baby calves when I've been out and walking. Like, the air is fresh and clear, and everything is green. Not that it wasn't green before, because New Zealand's a very evergreen country, but everything's green and alive and just nice and good. And I feel like everything is reset, ready for summer, which starts in like a few days. So yeah, it's been a good spring. I've gotten a lot of my goals like good and done. Before next year, going to make a 2026 mood board, plan how I want my year to look, and then maybe, because I'm going to be hopefully living alone in the first term of the year, like the first quarter of the year. So I'm hoping to plan out how that term will look. I would also, before the end of the year, like to go over how last year has gone, what's worked well for me, what didn't, what momentum can I keep going on, and what would I like to get rid of. I would I'd love for my Bookstagram and this account to keep growing and to keep creating and to keep feeling creative for these accounts. And I have had my Bookstagram for so many years now, I don't think that's ever going to change. I don't think this is changing anytime soon. I am just very interested on how the next year is going to look. So yeah, this has been more of a yap than anything else, and I think that's quite a fun, I don't know, I've just quite like sitting here and chatting to you guys and seeing how that's all going for everyone. But I would love to hear how your spring has been. Hopefully less rainy than mine, because it's honestly, I don't think I've ever experienced more rain in my entire life. So I would love to hear about your springs. Hopefully they're less rainy, hopefully a bit more sunny, and I will see you in the next video.